Uh, Perilous Penguin versus ODonKir on Budapest. We see the Saracens into Saracens popular today. I think they've been in every set so far. And it's a Saracen mirror. It is a Saracen mirror. My gosh. Gonna miss nothing. Cool. And we're into it. Budapest, the 2 TC start. TCs are quite far away. You do have water. You can go for a bit of a fish boom as well. And the way that both players have set up here, they've both kind of got 2 safe lakes. So I don't think we'll see water playing out too much, but it is possible. And there's a lot to focus on here. Why does this come up with the... what's going on with these settings? Okay. Where does it come to FFA? Did they play this on... Maybe they played this on a game mode that allowed that. Doesn't normally happen, but... maybe they played it both on Dash. I'm unsure. Anyway. Both players getting the early loom because you're struggling to keep your TC running. And we see Penguin in their beloved pink. And ODonKir in the teal. And yeah, but look, this game's going to be pretty stalematey, I think, until Castle Age. I think you just boom up. And being a mirror is actually really interesting. Saracen's not what I would pick on Budapest. I don't know why we didn't see Lith or Bengalis. I think with Lith banned. No, Lith and Bengalis neither banned, so interesting. And ODonKir finding the TC. About to find the TC. And so Penguin about to find the TC and ODonKir just getting their scouting around. Both players manually scouting with both scouts, which is quite impressive. And Penguin going to push deer, possibly. You can't push deer on this map. Absolutely can't push deer on this map. That's suicide. So we see the 3 on wood versus the 6 on wood. So I think we are pushing deer on this map. Or is that just... That's where the scout stopped. I think that's just where the scout stopped. It's easy to go into a heavy wood float. It's almost easy to go from like booming into like even more booming when you play 2 TCs. It's a bit harder on these like hyper randoms. Budapest, you know a little bit more about, and so you get that advantage. But yeah, the players 5 on wood I don't mind. I think you want to be taking as much food as possible and maybe looking at a cheeky little gold transition so you can just pull off that FC. Still got a couple of boars for the Penguin. Still got plenty of deer. And building up a nice little house. So both players actually doing a really, really good job at keeping TCs running. You know, I know it's 2 minutes vital TC time, but it adds up quickly when you start Dark Age with 2 TCs. So you see the berry transition for our teal player. And scouting the water. So I do wonder if we're going to see a dock sometime soon. Penguin scouting out the back of the base quite nicely. Both players just more focused on what they're doing. And pulling the boars in. So don't really know what else to say. Budapest. I think we're just going to watch a bit of booming action early on. Boom, boom, boom. And barracks coming down for the Penguin. And Feudal Age is in for ODonKir. So that is actually quite a good timing. And Penguin shouldn't be too far behind. Penguin should just be able to drop and get up. Here it is. Boom. And this is the hardest thing, right? When you're going up to Feudal Age, you're used to your TC not running. So this one stops running too. But we see a good job from our teal player to keep that TC running. And you just got to keep spamming. Select all TCs and queue fills, I suppose. That's what I would try and do. As we see scouts trading a bit of HP. I missed the only action so far in Dark Age. We're going to group up 2 scouts here as we turn. And well done by our teal player to pull out. And where is their second scout? Over here. So fair way away. But been Feudal Age first and has traded better HP. I think. Yeah, slightly. And no gold for our teal player yet. No gold down here for our purple player. I need to learn colours. I think it's just going to be fast castle. Can't be anything other than just a fast castle, right? The hardest thing, I think, is who gets the farm transition right. And who's got the wood to nail the farm transition, as we see. Barracks, stable. So actually, Penguin might be committing to a bit of Feudal Age shenanigans here. And I'm all for that. Walling up. 2 stables. 2 barracks. And walling up. And neither player on water as well, which I think it's a little bit could come back to haunt them, but ODonKir is up to Castle Age and is getting their farm transition started. So 2 stable scouts is going to run into camels pretty quickly. But if we can get enough damage, you never know. As we see, scout v scout. Oh, we're going to lose 1 scout for nothing, almost. Yep. And ODonKir knows there are scouts added in now, as we see the Saracen market, and we finally find a sheep. And Spearman in play. It's a quite good setup here from our purple player, and we see the quick reaction from our teal player to get their stable down. And just been a little bit of a pest with this scout. I do like that. Dragging into the back of the base and trying to get as much scouting information as possible. But by the time these scouts hit the base, Castle Age will basically be in. But Castle Age in for purple. That's a great transition. Quite a lot of market abuse there. And we're going to pick a Ville. And good aggression from Penguin here. Don't quite fully garrison, but we'll take a lot of HP off the scout there. And should have a camel. Bloodlines coming in and a couple of knights. Interesting. Well, this could be knights into camels, and oh no. We were hitting the mining camp. That's a shame. Been up first though, don't mind knights. You can try and use them to get a bit of pressure down. Now we're looking to dock. Walling up here, a bit more open over here, and ODonKir not really walling at all. Dropping the farms. The food transition on this map is the hardest thing, but we are going to see, I think, a bit of a castle drop as well. As we see spears, knights, scouts, all getting in action against each other. So we see the scouts numbers are going down. And the spear numbers should be cleared up. So our teal player should take a bit of a military advantage here. And let's see what they do with that. Getting more farms into play. Getting that stone application. Both got very similar ecotechs. We do see bloodlines for ODonKir. And bloodlines coming in for the Penguin. and camels, which is probably where this matchup has to go. And I think we do need to probably see the camel transition from our teal player now. A couple of good hits there from the knights. And not actually a bad, not a horrible little... Oh, no, we're going to lose everything now. Both players kind of losing everything. I don't know who it's more horrible for. If this camel lives, my gosh. Oh! On 2 HP. As we see, the monastery and camel transition, and the purple eco just in that slightly better position now where we can add a few more camels. We're getting numbers out. But the monk transition is going to be really good for our teal player. And they are in the position to add more at a forward castle as we see stone walls. Penguin is a bit of an enjoyer of the stone walls. I have noticed that so far. And TCs. They want to boom out of it, and someone bought a lot of TC. A lot of food. I mean, you're Saracens, right? You're Saracens, right? You gotta expect that. But this is a real nice macro from ODonKir. Keeping on the 2 TCs though, and the monks in. It's converting the low HP. No, pretty full HP camel. But oh yep, you probably could have pushed that fight if you're the penguin. Too busy telling ODonKir that this is a horrible map, but hey, you only have to play it now. Gold mining coming in, so we're just committing to the bit. We're just gonna market our way to everything. I really want to see a castle. Ooh, scout. Really good scout. Do we get the conversion? I don't think so. Camel and camel. There's 7 versus 6 though. Teal has added in more numbers, and Teal has got forging coming in, and Teal has better upgrades. So I think this battle is okay. Neither player really has defender's advantage. Oh, but purple just going to have that little HP advantage, I think, through there. But the monk coming in will do its job. There's a nice little engagement there. And the healing will be critical here. And the conversion. And we're baiting. And ooh, but we should clean. A teal player should clean, and that'll be all the camels, and now forward castle will be huge. Let's go. Let's drop it. Oh, you can get more forward than that. You can get more forward than that. Okay, we're not going to get more forward than that. As you see, both players in similar economic positions. And this is where this map can get really interesting, is the aggression should just come in thick and fast, but Penguin can literally, one, buy a castle and then buy imp. ODonKir, really good macro behind this. So I wonder if we just naturally get our way to imp, but definitely got the possibility, and it's definitely what we're thinking about. But it will be a pikeman switch for Penguin. You got to hit the market. Surely you got to hit the market. And the castle will go up, and I hope we go to stone and drop another castle, like as soon as we can, like here. But I think we're going to see imp into play. And trebs are going to be huge here. Imp is clicked. It's just behind a couple of villages. And we see the counter castle. And I think we need to consider, which we've bought, and redemption coming in, which is nice. Not necessary though, because we haven't seen siege yet. So I actually think I'd rather have seen like sanctity or fervor. But it's just going to be full camel versus full pike from the looks of things. And imp is on its way. Now, Penguin, once this castle is up, can probably just buy their way to imp as well. But just being there a little bit slower. You got to hit the market. I think not hitting a Saracen market, even though they can replace it super easy. Oh, is redemption a... Yeah, convert the stables. Yeah, nice. Do it. Okay, so they're going to be on 0 stable, so that's fine, because they're switching into pikes. Everything's deleted? Yeah, get the market. Because we're trying to hit the market to get up to imp right now as well. But good defense. 14 pikes in queue. So, Saracen pike. And imp is in for Penguin. So, good work by Penguin. A cheeky little secondary forward castle would be nice, but I think the game's just going to play out here, and there's going to be pretty safe eco around here. But we do know that there's pikemen in play. And I think it will be a huge camel commitment, and I don't know, we can quite easily go into Arbalesta or Mameluke here, and it's going to be about army numbers, I think. Early trap, early pressure. There's definitely a secondary castle coming some point. Got gold being mined out here, which is quite nice and safe. Just see pikemen get converted and then just get a volley of arrows into the face. Oh, brutal. But picking off all these reinforcements is quite nice. You definitely need that second castle, if you ask me. And we're going to drop it here. Actually, I really like this. I really like this castle. Are we going to get it up, though? If the pikes engage... If the pikes engage, they could take a really good fight. Heavy camel is on its way in. We do have iron casting. We are getting the right upgrades, and... we know there's a castle here. First Treb is out. This is a huge castle. I like ODonKir's position here. I think we're going to be in a really strong position to push into the Penguin. And the Penguin is dropping a secondary safe castle. This is the moment in time you need to get... ballistics is being prioritized, but I think more important is... gotta remember its name. Masonry. Masonry is super important. 2 Trebs out. Really good with the Treb production here. ODonKir. And the repairs coming in for the Penguin, which is good. There are 2 Trebs. We did see Penguin kind of struggle with producing Trebs from both castles in their previous set. So it will be interesting. Note, they're getting Trebs out of both castles. And ODonKir, Trebs out of both castles. I think this castle will go down. And are we going to repair this castle? I think so. And do we just turn straight onto this castle? I think we can. You can just repair. This is going to be hard for the Penguin to hold, but they do probably have the army comp that you want. And no, that's not the castle you drop. But they're going to get away with it. I mean, this Treb could just turn around. And we're going to dive the Treb, but there are a lot of pikes here. And the pikes are just going to melt the camels, and this is a really good fight for the Penguin. The Penguin is holding quite nicely here. They don't even lose the Treb, do they? But they are going to lose. Oof. Actually, not that bad a fight. And dragging the pikemen out of position, but 2 Trebs onto 2 Trebs and 2 Trebs onto the castle. So it is just a bit of a Treb war, and Vil pathing, they must have been clicked somewhere safe. But I do think we need to see the transition. Here it is. The Arbalesta transition is going to be really, really difficult to deal with for the Penguin. And there is res for days for both players right now. We are going to lose this Treb. And the Mameluke being in position to snipe is really big. And the pikes falling under the castle fire is going to hurt. But this Arb transition, we just need to get the production happening. We housed a little bit. And holding the position actually quite nicely. is the Penguin, repairing the castle really well. And ODonKir getting the repairs in is going to hold. I think they might even lose this position. This is actually quite a nice back and forth little game we've got here. Penguin is holding incredibly well. The arm transition is in, but it's just been a bit too slow. We need Bodkin, we need Bracer, and we probably need to fall back to a defensive castle as well. But it is just pikemen. So once we get this arm number high enough, the pikemen aren't going to do enough. But I think we can overrun from here if the Penguin moves fast enough. The Penguin can take space in here. Bodkin will be in. They both boomed up to 120 eco quite nicely, and I think we're going to get arm numbers fast enough. Missing ballistics, missing chemistry will be hard, but the numbers of pikes, although they're just melting, the numbers of pikes are quite good. And actually losing so many to the arbs like this will hurt. Good micro. Once Brace is in, it's going to be really hard. And what is the transition going to be here? We're going stables. I think if it's Helb Lightcav, Helb Hussar. But we're just sending all the Helb in. And killing the Arb with Trebs. Ooh, Trebs doing alright there. 2 kills. These Arb are getting their value though. We need more. We need so many more. We're busy microing the Arb. We just need to get them in the queue. Bracer coming in will be really, really big. Bracer's really big. But we've got 5 rangers. Let's get them going. This is a nice castle. And it is camel. Heavy camel. I don't know. I think we've got to kill this ball now, which we probably will do. ODonKir needs to keep this alive. Good micro. Microing the fight is really important here. But we just need 20 more Arbalester, and then it's kind of like we're in a strong position. Numbers matter. 50 army to 10. ODonKir can counter this entire play with what they've got, but I think they're gonna. I think Penguin's gonna do it. I think army numbers matter. We've got heavy camel. We've got 20 camels in queue. We need rangers back here, which is good. We need to get ballistics. We need to get chemistry. We need to secure our numbers. We do have 2 nice secure castles. If we can get that ARP mass to about 30, we're fine. And chemistry is on its way in. And geez, this is a long path to get to the gold out here. And there is actually, we're going to start to run low on gold. There's only 11k gold left on the map. That's plenty. We're fine. But the Trebs, keeping the Trebs alive, holding that position by the Penguin is so good. Being at 190 pop versus 125 is so good. The Arbs are just not being massed. And we're going to lose this castle position. Keeping to make Trebs is really important. Really good defense from the Penguins so far. They're holding and they're pushing and they're getting a lot of damage. And ODonKir just cannot get the ARB numbers up. And I think this is the Penguins' game. They take that castle. They're streaming forward. The camel numbers are immense. The pike numbers are immense. I don't know if you want to be fighting too much under this castle, but we're getting such good value with our raids. Pike raids are doing their work. The castle's going to go down. And the pop is just dropping for ODonKir, our teal Saracen player. The raids are doing their work. And the Penguin has held on and has pushed forth. And I think the Penguin is going to take game 1. In what was a very, very fun and exciting game so far. And the castle goes down. Arms get pushed. The pop just drops, and this is devastating. This is devastating. The raids are just going on, and the GG is called. And that's a good first game for these players. I think they both had their moments there. They both had their pushes. I think Penguin just really did a good job of holding on. Quite impressive. And, you know, both players should be pretty proud of the way they went about that. That was a good little set. Good little game. ODonKir had the chance, had the opportunity, maybe a bit slow on the arm switch. Just lost too many in the transition. Penguin pumped the numbers, held, kept castles, kept strabs. That was a good game one. Now let's go and get game 2 loaded up. Just quickly ordering some food because I'm hungry. And I do have work after this. So after this game, I'll be able to have a quick lunch break. Okay. Game 2 for ODonKir versus Penguin. And we're going to enclosed, where Penguin looked so strong against Nessie. But we saw Saracens being picked in that one. But there's no Saracens in play because they've both just used it. And it is Mongols versus the Hindustanis. And Perilous is picking civs well here. I think they're drafting really well for what the opponent's going to play and doing a really good job of picking civs in that regard. Mongols are a powerful civ though. Mongols can do a lot really well. So it'll be really interesting to see how this little battle will play out. But it is going to be a little bit of a, you know, typical Dark Age into what we've got. We can figure out why that's happening. So getting onto the hunt nice and quick is ODonKir. Obviously want to take advantage of that Mongol bonus. And I'm going to change their color to teal because they played teal last game. So just making sure it's consistent. So you get the 2 boars and the 4 deer as the Mongol player, and that is pretty useful. As we see Penguin going forward early, probably assuming there's a bit of deer pushing, so trying to see if they can get a bit of laming done. But they won't be able to, which is fine. Maybe that was a misclick. Maybe they realized they can't lame. And they have missed two of their own buffalo there. Well done. Getting the boar in. So I think, again, this probably could just be camels from the Hindustani player. Maybe FC steps. This could be quite an interesting little battle. But if Penguin reads it correctly and goes FC again, the challenge with the Mongols is, are they going FC or are they going fast feudal? And if they're going fast feudal, it's usually archers. And what do we see? Oh man, this is really unfortunate that they're gold piles here. But it's going to be a house. And Loom coming in for the Hindustani player must have been housed. And they're pushing deer as well. And are we going to go to berries? A little bit of a cheeky force drop and go to berries. Oh, that boar just parked right through the water buffaloes. And berries. Excellent. And early walls up for Penguin. So I think Penguin's going to FC again. Oh man, I'd love to see FC Ghoul. I don't think it'll happen, but I'd love to see it. And I wonder, ODonKir could be going anything really at this point in time. Good thing about enclosed, you really don't have to scout them too much. So you can actually just spend your time pushing deer, and we are up. There's an 18 pop, 1 second idle TC time build. That is impressive. Now, how are we transitioning? I think this has to be scouts. I would love to see forward archers. Against the Hindustanis in particular, I think you need to go archers. Men at arms, but I don't see the gold, so I think this is going to be scout play. You can just see the base being thought out by Penguin. The defensive structures in. Haven't moved out yet. Haven't moved to berries yet. We're going up to feudal on 21. No, we're gonna go fast castle again. So I think we'll see the same thing. We'll see 5 vills go out. They are loomed. Scouts could get some value here. Oh, but geez, I'd love to see a range here. We need to go get some scouting done though. And Penguin doing a good job of that. And this is interesting. If you see it and you're in Mongols, you see it. Kill that scout. Oof. And we see a stable for our Mongol player. The fast feudal is going to be interesting here because how is Penguin going to react? They've definitely set up more to be in Castle Age. And ODonKir doing the right thing. Let's scout the berries. Let's scout the gold. Let's find where they are outside of here. There's the berries. And when you see them not on it, you're going to get confused almost. But if you can keep army here, if you can keep pressure down, if you can get little bits and pieces to show them that you're going to put some pressure on, this could be quite scary. And the scout production is happening. But you're also Mongols. You can also turn around and be like, screw it, I'm just going to go up myself. Is this just going to be a bit of a market abuse play? I'm sure we're dropping a market here and like a blacksmith here or here. But not on gold, not on berries. Quite a bit of wood in play and not a lot of food left, to be honest. Going to berries. And here we go, donk donk. And the scouts are here. And the buildings are being built. Is this FC Ghoulam now? We're just all on wood. This is great pressure from ODonKir. It's a mill. Couldn't build a market, so it's stable, of course. The mill's built in here, so we're going to have to go to farm transition. And this could be quite problematic. We're going to have to sell stone. Making 2 spears. And we couldn't afford the market, of course. This is great delaying by ODonKir, but they're macro behind. What are they doing? They're on the market too. They're not on gold though. This is a bit more of a feudal age commitment. And Castle Age is in for the Penguin. But we do have a heavy wood economy, so the spears are going to allow that defense. And what do we see? A forward archery range. I love it. We've got to get to gold. We've got to transition. It's going to be up a little bit slow, but the spears are going to allow the villagers to leave the base on the way to Castle Age. But if we can have archers harassing, this could be a problem for our Hindustani player. But there's just so many vills, too many vills. Scouts can't engage, get them out of there. That's good. And the spear's presence is really good. But if we'd just been a little bit quicker with this range, 5 archers would have made a huge difference here. Now, ODonKir's going to have a difficult time transitioning. Sorry, Penguin's going to have a difficult time transitioning. ODonKir just needs to do the right things. They've got the 7 on gold. They've got their food pumping. I love this. They've had safe home economy. They're the one putting the foot on the throat. Let's get our archer numbers up. Let's cause some damage. What are we doing here? What is the plan in 30 seconds when we hit Castle Age with no resources? We can't drop a TC. We don't even have the stone. We can't really afford anything. So then Castle Age is not going to give us a lot right now. It's good pressure from ODonKir. They've created this position for themselves. And the stone has been bought, so I'm sure we're going to see TC bought at some stage, but we can't afford anything. Can't even get the pikeman upgrade. And we're on our way to Castle Age. This has been really well played by ODonKir. Really, really good transition. Really good awareness. And Penguin is in a bit of trouble here. And the bought TC is coming, but the archers are going to be too slow to get there. We building a blacksmith, another archery range. We've got a blacksmith. I would like to see fletching. Penguin just been allowed to boom a little bit, and that is where Penguin wants to be. But oh, I'll tell you what, the archer's been out now could be huge. I think this TC is going to go up safely. Maybe it becomes a little bit of a boom off. We did sell our stone to get up as well. Fletching, armor, archer numbers. Pike's out of position. Let's get a little bit of a scout action going. We're going to get our first eco kill of the game. Yep. And spears in position. Now, did we actually end up spying that TC? No. And the spears are going to clean up the scouts, but we're going crossbow, so it doesn't matter. And I think I'd love to see crossbow forward siege, really. Penguin, we know, just wants to take this late. They've got a great late game. They've got a great boom. Looks like they're going to probably go camel, which is really good for ODonKir. ODonKir can then go into or stay on crossbows quite comfortably. We're sending some crossbows forward. Forward Monastery, I like it. Forward Siege Workshop to follow. And let's get some mangonels out and let's put some pressure on this goal. This is critical. This gold access is so critical. You need to spread out to take gold on this map. And the archer's coming forward, which is great. And staying one TC I do like, but now we notice the TC, which is good. Don't take any damage, which is great. And we're idling gold. And we can get around and idle gold and really put some pressure down. Hindustani camels aren't going to offer a lot here. Fletching for the TCs, I don't mind it. We're going to see an archery range transition. And being really nice and active at ODonKir. Do like it. And there it is. The archery range is going to be skirms, but you're coming from a long way behind. And we've done the right thing with the monastery, and we can get a couple of relics, which would be really good. And let's get a forward siege workshop. But now this camel probably cleans these boys up. Oh, hang on. One camel bloodlines can't kill 2 crossbows with limited micro. And the skirm being out isn't great either, but we need to keep crossbow numbers, and we need to keep our foot on the throat here. Otherwise, Penguin's just pretty happy booming. Elite skirmisher coming in. Hindustanis on skirm camel are very hard to deal with. And second TC, so ODonKir's just going to boom. And they've got the eco lead. 20 seconds vital TC time. Playing this really well. Good resources collected. And steppies. Okay, steppy crossbow, monk, siege. Here we go. Put that foot down. Hit the accelerator. Heal your crossbows. Let's see some big battles. The steppy's going to shred this, right? If we can engage the monk onto the camel, that's huge. We lose the step, but we trade it for a camel. I don't mind that. And the skirms have to fall back. And now we've got a scorpion in place too. And that's just going to make mince work, like quick work of these skirms. There's another camel coming out. Let's see. How good's the monk micro? My one casting desire is to see more monks. And the mangonel. 2 scorpions, a mangonel, monkers. We've got... Yeah. This is really good pressure. This is really good pressure. And we're going to deny gold. And we are looking to drop a castle though. Golem is an interesting way out. But here's the castle. Oh, we don't have the army to support this though. And we see it. We see it. We can deny this. We need to be aware. We need to deny this. ODonKir can just move everything in. Oh, the castle's going to go up. Probably a bit too late. That's okay. Don't lose the mango. Yep, very good. But it's going to be Golem, is it? That does give us safe access to gold again. This TC should go down. And we are going to gold out here. And at the same time, how's our eco looking at home for the Mongol player? Building up quite nicely, and it will be Golem. But we've already got enough in play for the Golem. Like, the crossbows, important. Don't lose the mango, very good. But we've got siege, we've got scorpions, we've got monks, we've got lancers, we've got camels. We've got what we need to deal with Golem. So they're really going to have to be messed up properly. And we're doing a really good job of adding eco at home. Actually, both players have done a pretty good job of getting that eco rolling properly. I do wonder, is this continuation of skirms, or do we see a cheeky little crossbow switch? Oh, don't lose the mango. Yep, very nice. And here come the Golem, and there's a big number of them, and this is a big fight. But the Scorpions are just going to waste the Golem from behind. Can the Skirms get the damage? We lose 2 Mangonels, and don't lose too much to the castle. Yep, you fall back. The Skirms survive, but we traded all our Golem for 2 Mangonels, and we go again. But if we can get this... If we can get this mangonel, it's probably worth it. And we're not far away. We just... Oh, no. Yep, that's really well done by Penguin. Gets the mangonel. But I mean, geez, these things produce so quickly, don't they? Good monk micro. TC stays. Good pressure, good defending. Penguin is a good defender. You got to really push him hard. But 3 stables. I'd love to see a forward castle soon. Forward castle into Imp, and I think that's what we're going to see from ODonKir. You can see the Vils coming forward. We've got the Imp rares. We actually just need to click Imp and then get this castle up. Yeah, this is great. And a Hindustani player is going to be fairly far behind. I can't see Imp coming at the moment. So forward castle, Imp. This is a huge, huge play, but no. Oof. Ooh. Okay, 300 HP is going to be hard for them to kill, but oh dear. 1 Vil on the castle, kind of not really what you want. But I think we've got enough HP as we hit the skirms. Yeah, we should be able to defend from this now. And the reinforcements come in, and geez, I thought that could have been a little mini disaster there. But crisis averted. The monk's getting pretty good value on the healing aspect. And we're just throwing all our army into this position. And I think we're just going to see a full step transition, which I actually don't mind. And gold is, again, an issue, but we are out nicely on gold over here for the Penguin. But Imp is now a minute away for our Mongol player, who has the better economy, has probably the better unit comp currently, and has not been touched at home. And this has been great pressure, great aggression, putting the foot down, getting the units on their throat, looking in a really solid position. But Penguin dropping a TC. We know the Penguin loves to drop TCs, and the eco is kind of getting there. But do we commit to Castle Age? Or do we push for Imperial Age? This will be the question. How long can they survive on the transition? And good activity with the steppies. You know they can deal with pretty much everything. And if we can... Oh, we're going to this gold. This could be huge. But we're looping around. We loop around. If we know there's gold there, and we know there's gold there, we're going to hit the stone, though. Actually, probably not a bad plan, because the stone will be important for the healings. And the GG's just called. Probably the right move by Penguin. ODonKir worked themselves into a really good position. Both players trade maps. And that, again, really great set.